Have you ever wondered, what truly matters in life? Is it the serene calm of peace or the uplifting joy of happiness? Are these two states intertwined, or do they lead us down entirely separate paths? In this thought-provoking video from Life Lessons, we'll dive deep into these questions, exploring the distinctions, connections, and practical ways to embrace both peace and happiness. Using timeless Buddhist teachings, we'll uncover insights that can guide you toward living a more balanced and fulfilling life. Why is this topic important? In a world that often demands speed, success, and endless pursuit of goals, we can lose sight of what truly nurtures our inner being. Peace and happiness are not fleeting pleasures, they are enduring states of mind that shape how we experience life, even in challenging times. By understanding their meaning and applying mindfulness and compassion, we gain tools to transform struggles into stepping stones for growth and fulfillment. Join us on this enriching journey, where we'll explore how peace helps you find clarity amidst chaos and how happiness blossoms from gratitude and self-awareness. Together, we'll reflect on lessons from Buddhist philosophy and practical steps to harmonize these two powerful forces in your life. Don't just watch, engage. Like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and let others join the conversation. And, of course, hit the subscribe button to stay connected with Life Lessons as we continue to uncover the keys to a meaningful and mindful existence. Part 1. Understanding Inner Peace, a Path Beyond External Circumstances. In the teachings of Buddhism, inner peace is often described as a profound sense of tranquility that arises not from the absence of challenges, but from the ability to face them with a calm and steady mind. This concept, rooted in XALY, or letting go, reminds us that true peace does not depend on external conditions. Instead, it is cultivated within, through a mindful and balanced approach to life. Let's explore how understanding inner peace can transform the way we navigate life's complexities. What is inner peace? Inner peace, according to Buddhist philosophy, is the ability to remain unshaken by life's external circumstances. It is not about erasing problems or running away from difficulties but about how we respond to them. This is where the idea of XALY comes into play. Letting go does not mean detachment from life itself, rather, it involves releasing the expectations, attachments, and judgments that often fuel our inner turmoil. For example, many people believe that achieving peace requires perfect conditions, an absence of conflict, stress, or hardship. However, Buddhism teaches that such perfection is an illusion. The nature of life is impermanent and ever-changing, a principle known as anicca. Clinging to ideals of permanence only leads to frustration and suffering. True inner peace comes when we accept life as it is, embracing its transient nature with an open heart and mind. Inner peace versus external tranquility. A common misconception is that inner peace is the same as external tranquility. While a calm environment can help, real peace comes from cultivating a resilient mind that remains steady regardless of the situation. Imagine a stormy sea. External tranquility is akin to calming the surface waves, while inner peace is like the deep, still waters below. No matter how turbulent the surface becomes, the depths remain undisturbed. This analogy underscores the Buddhist emphasis on cultivating equanimity, or balance. Through practices like mindfulness and meditation, we train our minds to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, creating a sense of stability that isn't swayed by external chaos. Modern psychology supports this idea, with research showing that mindfulness improves emotional regulation and reduces stress, helping individuals maintain calm in challenging situations. The role of letting go in achieving peace. At the heart of inner peace is the practice of letting go. This doesn't mean abandoning responsibilities or relationships but releasing the attachments that create suffering. In Buddhist terms, attachment refers to our tendency to cling to desires, possessions, or outcomes, believing they are essential for happiness. When we let go of these attachments, we free ourselves from the constant push and pull of expectations. For Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, letting go was a pivotal step in his journey to enlightenment. By renouncing the material luxuries of his royal life, he found a deeper understanding of peace and fulfillment. This lesson remains relevant today, reminding us that peace is not found in accumulating more but in simplifying and appreciating what we already have. Facing challenges with a peaceful mind. Inner peace doesn't mean avoiding life's difficulties, it means approaching them with a calm and open perspective. Buddhist teachings encourage us to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats to our well-being. For instance, when we encounter a stressful situation, we can practice mindfulness by pausing, taking a deep breath, and observing our emotions without reacting impulsively. This creates space for thoughtful responses rather than automatic reactions. The concept of dukkha, or suffering, highlights the inevitability of challenges in life. However, it also teaches that suffering is not caused by the challenges themselves but by our resistance to them. By shifting our mindset, we can transform obstacles into lessons and find peace even in the midst of difficulty. Practical steps to cultivate inner peace. Achieving inner peace is a journey that requires consistent effort and practice. Here are some practical steps inspired by Buddhist teachings. 1. Mindfulness meditation. Spend a few minutes each day focusing on your breath and observing your thoughts without judgment. This helps train your mind to remain present and calm. 2. Gratitude practice. Reflect on the things you are grateful for, even during tough times. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. 3. Letting go exercise. Identify one attachment or expectation that causes stress and practice releasing it. This could be letting go of the need for approval or the desire for control. 4. Compassionate awareness. Approach yourself and others with kindness, understanding that everyone faces struggles. Compassion fosters connection and reduces conflict. 5. Acceptance of impermanence. Remind yourself that all things are temporary, both the joyful and the challenging. This perspective helps you appreciate the present moment without clinging to it. The science behind inner peace. Modern psychology reinforces the transformative power of inner peace. Studies show that mindfulness practices can rewire the brain, enhancing areas associated with emotional regulation and reducing activity in the amygdala, the brain's stress center. These findings align with Buddhist teachings, demonstrating that peace is not a passive state but an active process of cultivating awareness and resilience. Inner peace as a lifelong practice. Understanding inner peace is more than a philosophical idea, it's a practical approach to living a balanced and fulfilling life. By embracing the teachings of XALY and learning to let go, we can find calm amidst life's storms and transform challenges into opportunities for growth. Inner peace is not the absence of problems but the presence of a steady and mindful mind. Let Siddhartha Gautama's lessons inspire you to explore your own journey toward peace. Remember, this is a practice, one that grows stronger with each step you take. For more insights and practical tips, subscribe to Life Lessons and join us in uncovering the keys to a mindful and meaningful life. Part 2. True Happiness, a Buddhist perspective on finding fulfillment in life. Happiness. It's something we all strive for, yet it often feels elusive. We chase it through possessions, achievements, and fleeting pleasures, only to find that the joy they bring quickly fades. But what if true happiness isn't about what we acquire or accomplish? According to Buddhist teachings, true happiness is a state of being, not something tied to material wealth or fleeting emotions. It arises from within, cultivated through compassion, sharing, and contentment in the present moment. By rethinking what happiness truly means, we can unlock a deeper and more lasting sense of fulfillment. Redefining true happiness. In today's fast-paced world, happiness is often equated with external success, owning the latest gadgets, reaching career milestones, or indulging in luxuries. While these things can bring temporary satisfaction, they do not lead to the enduring happiness that Buddhism speaks of. Buddhist philosophy teaches us to distinguish between conditional happiness, which depends on external factors, and unconditional happiness, which arises from inner peace and wisdom. True happiness, as defined in Buddhism, comes from living a life aligned with values such as kindness, generosity, and mindfulness. It is not about avoiding challenges or hardships but learning to embrace them with equanimity. This perspective shifts our focus from what we have to how we live, emphasizing the importance of spiritual growth over material gain. Compassion, the heart of happiness. One of the key teachings in Buddhism is the practice of compassion, or karuna. True happiness is deeply connected to our ability to empathize with and care for others. When we practice compassion, we create a sense of connection that transcends our individual struggles and fosters a shared sense of well-being. This not only helps others but also nourishes our own hearts, bringing a sense of purpose and joy. Scientific research supports this idea. Studies have shown that acts of kindness and compassion release oxytocin, often called the love hormone, which promotes feelings of happiness and reduces stress. Siddhartha Gautama, before becoming the Buddha, observed that self-centered pursuits often led to dissatisfaction, while selfless acts brought lasting contentment. By practicing compassion, we shift our focus from me to we, creating a ripple effect of happiness. Sharing, the power of generosity. Generosity, or dana, in Buddhist teachings, is another cornerstone of true happiness. The act of giving, whether it's material support, time, or simply a kind word, cultivates a sense of abundance and gratitude. Generosity reminds us that happiness is not about holding on but about letting go. It teaches us that by sharing with others, we enrich our own lives. In modern psychology, the concept of generosity aligns with what is known as helper's high, a term used to describe the positive feelings associated with helping others. When we give, our brains release dopamine, a neurotransmitter linked to pleasure and reward. This reinforces the idea that true happiness is not found in accumulating wealth but in sharing it. Contentment, the present moment as the key to happiness. Perhaps the most transformative aspect of true happiness in Buddhism is the practice of contentment, or santuthi. Contentment is the art of finding satisfaction in the present moment, regardless of circumstances. It's about letting go of the constant craving for more and appreciating what we already have. This aligns with the Buddhist principle of tanha, which teaches that the root of suffering lies in desire and attachment. Mindfulness, a core practice in Buddhism, is essential to cultivating contentment. By staying present and aware, we learn to fully experience life as it unfolds, without judgment or comparison. Modern mindfulness practices, supported by neuroscience, show that being present reduces stress, enhances emotional well-being, and increases overall happiness. When we stop chasing the future or dwelling on the past, we open ourselves to the richness of the present. True happiness as a way of life. True happiness is not a fleeting emotion or a goal to achieve, it's a way of life. By integrating compassion, generosity, and contentment into our daily routines, we create the conditions for enduring joy. These practices help us navigate life's challenges with resilience and gratitude, transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth. Buddhist teachings remind us that happiness is not something we can find outside ourselves, it's something we create within. By looking inward and aligning our actions with values of kindness and mindfulness, we can experience a deeper sense of fulfillment that no external circumstances can shake. Embracing true happiness. True happiness, as taught in Buddhism, is both simple and profound. It doesn't require wealth, fame, or constant excitement. It requires a compassionate heart, a generous spirit, and a mindful presence. In a world filled with distractions and pressures, this timeless wisdom offers a refreshing perspective on what it means to live a fulfilling life. Let Siddhartha Gautama's teachings inspire you to cultivate true happiness in your own life. Begin with small acts of kindness, moments of gratitude, and mindful reflection. As you do, you'll discover that happiness is not something to chase, it's something to live. For more insights into living a meaningful and joyful life, follow Life Lessons as we continue to explore the profound wisdom of Buddhist philosophy. Part 3. Peace and Happiness, Exploring Their Differences and Deep Connections. Peace and happiness are two concepts that often intertwine in our minds, yet they represent distinct states of being. Peace is often seen as a calm, unshaken state, free from disturbances, while happiness is frequently associated with joy, fulfillment, and positive emotions. But are they mutually exclusive, or do they complement one another? According to Buddhist philosophy, these two states not only coexist but also support each other, creating a harmonious and enriched life. By delving into the differences and connections between peace and happiness, we can better understand their roles in our personal growth and well-being. The essence of inner peace. Inner peace, as described in Buddhist teachings, is the ability to maintain a calm and centered state regardless of external circumstances. It is not the absence of problems but the presence of clarity and acceptance. The Buddha taught that peace arises when we free ourselves from attachment, aversion, and ignorance, the three poisons that cloud our minds and lead to suffering. Inner peace is cultivated through mindfulness and meditation, practices that allow us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. By developing this awareness, we learn to respond to challenges with equanimity rather than reactive emotions. Peace is deeply rooted in the concept of letting go, which emphasizes releasing our grasp on material desires and outcomes to experience true contentment. Understanding true happiness. Happiness, on the other hand, is often seen as a fleeting emotion tied to external achievements or pleasures. However, Buddhist philosophy teaches that true happiness is much deeper and more sustainable. It stems from metta, loving kindness, karuna, compassion, and mudita, joy in the happiness of others. These qualities foster a sense of connection and purpose, leading to a more fulfilling life. Happiness in Buddhism is not about avoiding pain but about cultivating the conditions that allow joy to flourish naturally. These include gratitude, ethical conduct, and the realization of interconnectedness, a practice that eliminates the isolation that often hinders happiness. The differences between peace and happiness. The key difference between peace and happiness lies in their emotional nature. Peace is a steady and neutral state, free from highs and lows, while happiness is more dynamic and often linked to uplifting emotions. Peace can exist even in the absence of external pleasures, but happiness typically involves some form of positive engagement with the world. For example, you may feel peaceful while meditating in solitude, detached from worldly concerns. In contrast, happiness might arise from sharing a laugh with a loved one or achieving a meaningful goal. While these differences highlight their unique qualities, they are not in opposition. Instead, they enrich each other when nurtured together. The connection between peace and happiness. Buddhist philosophy reveals a profound connection between peace and happiness, showing that they are not separate paths but complementary aspects of the same journey. The teachings of Tam Bao, the Three Jewels, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, illustrate this relationship. 1. The Buddha as a model of harmony. The life of Siddhartha Gautama exemplifies how inner peace and happiness coexist. The Buddha's serenity was grounded in his awareness and mindfulness, while his happiness stemmed from his compassion and service to others. 2. The Dharma, teachings, on interconnection. The Buddha's teachings emphasize the interconnected nature of peace and happiness. By cultivating peace through letting go of attachments, we create the mental space for happiness to emerge. Similarly, acts of kindness and compassion not only bring joy but also reinforce a sense of inner calm. 3. The Sangha, community, and support. The communal aspect of Buddhism highlights how peace and happiness are shared experiences. Engaging with others in a supportive and ethical community allows both peace and happiness to thrive, as they are nurtured through mutual understanding and care. Scientific insights on the connection. Modern psychology supports the Buddhist understanding of peace and happiness. Research shows that mindfulness practices, which enhance inner peace, also increase dopamine and serotonin levels, the happiness hormones. Furthermore, acts of compassion, central to Buddhist teachings, activate brain regions associated with joy and well-being. These findings reveal that cultivating peace not only reduces stress but also creates fertile ground for happiness to grow. Likewise, experiencing happiness through connection and gratitude reinforces a sense of inner calm, demonstrating the cyclical relationship between the two states. Practical steps to balance peace and happiness. To integrate peace and happiness into daily life, consider the following practices. 1. Mindful breathing. Take a few minutes each day to focus on your breath, grounding yourself in the present moment to cultivate inner peace. 2. Gratitude journaling. Reflect on moments of joy and kindness, fostering a sense of happiness rooted in appreciation. 3. Acts of compassion. Perform small acts of kindness for others, which not only bring happiness but also deepen your connection to the world. 4. Meditative reflection. Spend time observing your thoughts and emotions, letting go of attachments and finding clarity. 5. Community engagement. Join supportive groups that encourage ethical and mindful living, enriching both peace and happiness. Harmony through connection. Peace and happiness are not opposing forces but harmonious companions on the path to fulfillment. By understanding their differences and nurturing their connection, we can create a life that is both serene and joyful. The teachings of Buddhism, alongside modern psychological insights, offer practical tools to achieve this balance. Let Siddhartha Gautama's example inspire you to seek both peace and happiness in your journey. Through mindfulness, compassion, and a deeper understanding of life's truths, you can unlock a state of being that is both calm and vibrant, fulfilling and transformative. For more lessons on living with intention and joy, subscribe to Life Lessons and join us in exploring the wisdom of mindfulness and beyond. Part 4. Mindfulness Practice, the key to achieving peace and happiness. Mindfulness is not just a practice, it is a transformative way of living that enables us to embrace both inner peace and genuine happiness. Rooted in Buddhist teachings, mindfulness offers tools to navigate life's complexities with clarity and compassion. By cultivating present moment awareness, observing the mind, and practicing kindness, mindfulness fosters a deep connection to both ourselves and the world around us. In this section, we'll explore how mindfulness plays a pivotal role in achieving peace and happiness, supported by simple exercises and modern scientific insights. Mindfulness as the foundation of peace. Peace is often misunderstood as the absence of challenges or conflict. However, Buddhist philosophy teaches that peace is a state of mind that arises when we learn to accept life as it is, rather than resisting its natural flow. Mindfulness is central to this understanding. By staying present, mindfulness allows us to detach from the reactive patterns of our thoughts and emotions, creating space for calm and clarity. Take the practice of deep breathing as an example. A simple mindfulness exercise, focused breathing, invites us to anchor ourselves in the present moment. When we breathe deeply and intentionally, we activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which reduces stress and promotes relaxation. This physiological response aligns with the Buddhist concept of samatha, or calm abiding, which helps cultivate inner peace even in the midst of turbulence. Mindfulness and true happiness. Happiness, like peace, is often mistaken for fleeting pleasure or the absence of hardship. Buddhist teachings remind us that true happiness comes from within. It is the result of living in alignment with values such as kindness, gratitude, and mindfulness. Through mindfulness practice, we learn to detach from external validation and focus on the inner qualities that sustain happiness over time. One practical mindfulness exercise for cultivating happiness is the gratitude observation. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how small. This practice shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have, fostering a sense of contentment. Modern research shows that gratitude practices increase serotonin levels in the brain, enhancing emotional well-being, a scientific affirmation of the benefits long taught in Buddhism. Observing the mind, the heart of mindfulness. Central to mindfulness practice is the ability to observe the mind without judgment. In Buddhist philosophy, this is known as vipassana, or insight meditation, where we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions as they arise and pass away. This practice reveals the impermanence of mental states and helps us avoid becoming overly attached to fleeting feelings, whether positive or negative. For example, when experiencing a stressful thought, mindfulness teaches us to recognize it without reacting impulsively. Instead of being swept away by the stress, we create space to understand its root causes and choose a mindful response. This skill is invaluable for achieving both peace and happiness, as it empowers us to navigate life's challenges with resilience and awareness. Scientific studies support this approach, showing that mindfulness practices strengthen the prefrontal cortex, which governs decision-making and emotional regulation. As a result, mindfulness enhances our ability to remain calm and centered, even in difficult situations. Practicing compassion, a mindful path to fulfillment. Compassion is a cornerstone of Buddhist teachings and a key to both peace and happiness. Through mindfulness, we develop the ability to empathize with ourselves and others, fostering a sense of connection and belonging. Compassion meditation, often known as metta, or loving-kindness meditation, is a powerful exercise for cultivating empathy. To practice loving-kindness meditation, begin by focusing on yourself. Repeat phrases such as, "May I be happy," "May I be peaceful," "May I be free from suffering." Gradually extend these wishes to others, friends, family, and even those with whom you may have conflicts. This practice nurtures compassion, reduces resentment, and strengthens emotional bonds, contributing to a deeper sense of happiness and peace. Modern neuroscience affirms the benefits of compassion meditation, showing that it increases activity in brain regions associated with empathy and emotional resilience. By practicing compassion mindfully, we not only enhance our relationships but also experience the joy and fulfillment that come from contributing to the well-being of others. Mindfulness in daily life, practical applications. While formal mindfulness practices such as meditation are transformative, mindfulness can also be integrated into daily activities. Everyday mindfulness involves paying attention to routine actions, such as eating, walking, or even washing dishes, with full presence and awareness. By grounding ourselves in the present, we transform mundane moments into opportunities for peace and joy. For instance, during a mindful walk, focus on the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the rhythm of your breath, and the sounds of nature around you. This practice not only enhances mindfulness but also cultivates gratitude for the world we live in. Buddhist teachings remind us that happiness and peace are found in the simplicity of life's moments, rather than in the constant pursuit of more. Mindfulness as a way of being. Mindfulness is more than a tool, it is a way of being that bridges the gap between peace and happiness. Through mindful breathing, gratitude practices, observation of the mind, and compassion meditation, mindfulness empowers us to approach life with balance, clarity, and an open heart. Let Siddhartha Gautama's teachings inspire you to cultivate mindfulness in your own life. Whether through structured meditation or mindful daily routines, each moment of mindfulness brings us closer to the peace and happiness we seek. For more insights into living a mindful and fulfilling life. Part 5. Applying Buddhist Teachings for a Fulfilled Life, a Practical Guide. Buddhist philosophy offers timeless guidance on how to achieve a fulfilled life by cultivating both inner peace and lasting happiness. Far from being abstract or theoretical, these teachings provide actionable practices that can transform daily experiences into opportunities for growth and balance. By integrating techniques such as meditation, letting go, and gratitude into your life, you can align your mind and heart with the principles of Buddhism while creating a sense of harmony in the modern world. Let's explore how these lessons can be applied in practical, meaningful ways. Meditation, cultivating mindfulness and clarity. One of the most effective ways to embrace Buddhist teachings is through meditation, a practice deeply rooted in mindfulness. Meditation allows you to quiet your mind, observe your thoughts without judgment, and develop an awareness of the present moment. This practice is central to cultivating inner peace and serves as a foundation for a balanced life. How to apply meditation daily. 1. Start small, dedicate just 5 to 10 minutes each day to focused breathing. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and follow the natural rhythm of your breath. 2. Observe without judgment. During meditation, let thoughts come and go without clinging to them. This aligns with the Buddhist teaching of XALY, or letting go of attachments. 3. Expand over time. Gradually increase the duration and focus of your meditation sessions, incorporating compassion or gratitude meditations to deepen the practice. Modern neuroscience underscores the benefits of meditation, showing that it reduces stress, improves emotional regulation, and enhances overall well-being. Studies reveal that consistent meditation fosters activity in the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for mindfulness, compassion, and decision-making. This scientific evidence reinforces the Buddhist principle that self-awareness is key to living a meaningful and fulfilled life. Letting go, embracing impermanence. In Buddhist teachings, the concept of impermanence, or anicca, is fundamental. It reminds us that all things are transient, and by clinging to desires, possessions, or outcomes, we create suffering. Letting go is not about detachment from life, it's about releasing the need to control what is beyond our influence. How to practice letting go. 1. Reflect on what you're holding on to. Identify areas where attachment is causing stress or dissatisfaction, such as material possessions, negative emotions, or rigid expectations. 2. Practice acceptance. Acknowledge that change is inevitable and choose to embrace it as part of life's natural flow. This mindset reduces resistance and promotes inner peace. 3. Take small steps. Start by decluttering physical spaces, releasing unhelpful habits, or forgiving past grievances. Each act of letting go brings freedom and lightness to your mind. Letting go fosters resilience and clarity, helping you to respond to challenges with equanimity. Psychologically, this practice reduces anxiety and creates space for personal growth. From a Buddhist perspective, it aligns with the path to enlightenment by freeing you from the 3 poisons: attachment, aversion, and ignorance. Gratitude, transforming perspective. Gratitude is another essential element of a fulfilled life. Buddhist teachings emphasize the practice of appreciating the present moment and recognizing the interdependence of all beings. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, fostering a mindset of contentment and joy. How to cultivate gratitude. 1. Keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're thankful for. They can be as simple as a warm meal, a kind gesture, or a moment of peace. 2. Express appreciation. Share your gratitude with others through kind words or actions. This deepens connections and spreads positivity. 3. Pause and reflect. Throughout the day, take moments to acknowledge and appreciate life's small blessings, such as nature's beauty or meaningful interactions. Research highlights the profound impact of gratitude on mental health, showing that it boosts happiness, strengthens relationships, and reduces feelings of isolation. This resonates with the Buddhist principle of interconnectedness, which teaches that recognizing our shared existence brings profound fulfillment. Balancing peace and happiness. The synergy between peace and happiness lies in their ability to support and enrich one another. Buddhist teachings show that cultivating peace through mindfulness creates the foundation for genuine happiness, while happiness rooted in compassion reinforces a sense of inner calm. Daily practices to achieve balance. Combine mindfulness meditation with gratitude reflection to integrate both peace and happiness into your routine. Approach challenges with a peaceful mind and a compassionate heart, transforming difficulties into opportunities for growth. Engage in mindful activities, such as walking in nature, to create moments of joy while fostering a sense of connection. Applying Buddhist wisdom for modern fulfillment. Living a fulfilled life doesn't require abandoning modern responsibilities. Instead, it involves weaving Buddhist principles into the fabric of daily life. By practicing mindfulness, letting go, and gratitude, you not only enhance your well-being but also inspire those around you to seek deeper meaning. Integrating the teachings. 1. Be present in work and relationships. Use mindfulness to focus fully on tasks and interactions, fostering both productivity and connection. 2. Simplify and prioritize. Let go of distractions that don't align with your values, creating space for what truly matters. 3. Share kindness. Small acts of compassion, such as helping a colleague or listening to a friend, embody Buddhist teachings and spread positivity. A life of peace and happiness. By applying Buddhist teachings in practical ways, you can cultivate both peace and happiness in your life. Practices like meditation, letting go, and gratitude serve as tools to navigate challenges with clarity and compassion. These timeless lessons remind us that fulfillment is not found in external achievements but in how we align our hearts and minds with the present moment. Let this guide inspire you to take the first steps on your journey toward a fulfilled life. As you incorporate these principles into your routine, remember that even small changes can create ripples of transformation. For more insights on living with purpose and balance, subscribe to Life Lessons and join us in exploring the timeless wisdom of Buddhism and beyond. Conclusion: Life Lessons from Peace and Happiness. Peace and happiness are not separate goals but two essential aspects of a fulfilled life. In this video, we explored how mindfulness practices, compassion, and gratitude can nurture both states of being. By understanding that peace arises from accepting life's challenges with calm and clarity, and happiness blossoms from kindness and contentment, we unlock the keys to living more meaningfully. The knowledge shared here has practical value in your daily life. Whether it's taking a moment to breathe deeply during stressful situations, practicing gratitude to shift your perspective, or showing kindness to foster connection, each step brings you closer to cultivating peace and happiness. The lessons we discussed today are timeless, rooted in Buddhist wisdom and supported by modern science, offering you powerful tools to transform your inner world. Now it's your turn to take action. Don't let this wisdom remain just information. Apply it, practice it, and let it shape your journey. Reflect on what resonates most with you and take small steps to implement these teachings in your daily routine. Start today, and watch how the ripple effects of mindfulness and compassion enrich your life. If this video inspired you, help spread the positivity. Like this video, share it with someone who might benefit from it, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Life Lessons for more enriching content that guides you to live fully and mindfully. Let's continue this journey together toward a life filled with meaning, balance, and joy.